He was charming. He swept me off my feet. We fell in love fast and hard. It felt like a fairy tale. He proposed after only a few months. I was ecstatic, dreaming of our future together. He was everything I ever wanted, or so I thought. We married in a beautiful ceremony. Family and friends celebrated our love. Life was perfect. I felt so lucky to have found him, my soulmate, my best friend. We were going to conquer the world together. The first sign was subtle, a dismissive comment. Then came the controlling behavior, disguised as concern. He didn't like my friends, my clothes, my job. He wanted me all to himself. I brushed it off, thinking it was just him being protective. The insults started, chipping away at my self-esteem. He criticized my appearance, my intelligence, my worth. I felt myself shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller in his presence. He made me doubt myself, my instincts, my sanity. The shouting escalated into screaming. Objects started flying across the room. He would grab me, shake me, his eyes filled with rage. The physical abuse left me bruised and terrified. I lived in constant fear, walking on eggshells. He isolated me from my loved ones, cutting me off from any support system. I felt alone, trapped in a nightmare. He convinced me it was my fault, that I provoked him. I believed him. I was ashamed, broken, a prisoner in my own home. One day, he went too far. The violence was worse than ever. As I lay there on the floor, something inside me snapped. I realized this was not love. This was not normal. I deserved better. I wanted to live. That night, I made a plan. I contacted a domestic violence hotline. They listened without judgment, offering a lifeline. They helped me see that I was not alone, that there was hope. For the first time in a long time, I felt a glimmer of strength. Section 5. The Escape, a Leap of Faith. This is a story of courage, resilience, and the strength to break free from the chains that bind us. It's about taking that daunting step into the unknown, driven by the hope of a brighter tomorrow. Leaving him was the hardest thing I've ever done. The house that once felt like a home had become a prison. Every corner echoed with memories of pain and sorrow. I felt trapped, suffocated by the weight of my own fears and doubts. I was terrified, but I knew I had to escape. The decision to leave wasn't made overnight. It was a culmination of countless sleepless nights, endless tears, and the realization that I deserved better. My children deserved better. The thought of them growing up in such an environment was unbearable. With the help of the hotline, I found a safe place to stay. The voice on the other end of the line was a lifeline, offering me the support and guidance I so desperately needed. They connected me to a shelter, a sanctuary where my children and I could start anew. I packed a bag, took my children, and left. The fear was paralyzing. Every step away from that house felt like a battle against an invisible force trying to pull me back. But I kept moving forward, driven by the hope of a safer, happier life for my children. Every car that passed, every creak in the night, sent shivers down my spine. The fear of being found, of being dragged back into that nightmare, was overwhelming. But in those moments of terror, I reminded myself of the strength it took to leave and the promise of a new beginning. But I held on to the hope of a better future for myself and my children. Their laughter, their smiles became my beacon of hope. I knew that as long as I had them, I had a reason to keep fighting, to keep moving forward. I had taken the first step. The journey ahead was uncertain, filled with challenges and obstacles. But with each step, I grew stronger, more determined. This was our leap of faith, and with it, the promise of a brighter, safer future. Section 6. Picking up the pieces. Starting over was daunting. I felt lost, broken, unsure of myself. The emotional scars ran deep. Nightmares haunted me. The trauma manifested in anxiety, panic attacks, and a constant fear of being found. But I was not alone. Support groups offered a safe space to share my story, to connect with others who understood. Therapy provided tools to cope with the trauma, to process the abuse, to begin to heal. Section 7. Healing the wounds, one day at a time. Healing is not linear. There were good days and bad days. Some mornings I woke up feeling hopeful, ready to face the world. Other days, the weight of my past felt unbearable, and I struggled to get out of bed. It was a journey of ups and downs, a roller coaster of emotions that I had to navigate. Triggers lurked around every corner. The pain of betrayal, the self-blame, the fear, it all lingered. Simple things like a song on the radio or a familiar scent could bring back a flood of memories. I often found myself overwhelmed, caught in a storm of emotions that seemed never-ending. But I learned to recognize these triggers and understand that they were a part of my healing process. But I learned to be kind to myself, to allow myself time to heal. I started practicing mindfulness and meditation, finding solace in the quiet moments. I created a sanctuary for myself, a space where I could retreat and find peace. Self-care became a priority, whether it was taking a long bath, reading a book, or simply sitting in silence. These small acts of kindness towards myself made a significant difference. I discovered a strength I never knew I possessed. Physical activity became an outlet for my emotions. I started going to the gym, lifting weights, and challenging my body in ways I never thought possible. Hiking became a metaphor for my journey. Each step, no matter how difficult, brought me closer to the top. Reaching the summit was a reminder that I was capable of overcoming any obstacle. I found my voice, speaking out against domestic violence, raising awareness, supporting other survivors. Sharing my story was empowering. It was a way to reclaim my narrative, to turn my pain into a message of hope. I joined support groups, attended community events, and connected with others who had similar experiences. Together, we created a network of strength and solidarity. In helping others, I found a sense of purpose, a way to reclaim my power. Volunteering at shelters, teaching workshops, and offering support to those in need gave me a new perspective. It was a reminder that I was not alone, and that my journey could inspire and uplift others. Through these acts of service, I found healing and a renewed sense of self-worth. Each day, I continue to heal, one step at a time, knowing that my story can make a difference. Section 8. Finding my voice, reclaiming my power. Breaking free from an abusive relationship is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, courage, and a lot of self-love, but it is possible. I am living proof that there is life after abuse. I am no longer defined by my past. I am a survivor, a thriver, a warrior. I am a mother, a friend, a voice for the voiceless. I am strong, resilient, and empowered. Section 9. A new dawn, a brighter future. The sun is rising on a new chapter in my life. Each day brings with it a fresh start, a chance to rewrite my story. The beauty of the sunrise reminds me that no matter how dark the night has been, the dawn always comes. It is a symbol of hope, a promise of new beginnings. There is still pain, but there is also hope, joy, and love. The laughter of my children, the warmth of their hugs, and the simple moments we share on the beach fill my heart with a sense of purpose. These moments remind me that life is worth fighting for, that happiness can be found even in the smallest of things. I am grateful for the lessons learned, for the strength I found, and for the resilience that has carried me through the toughest times. Each step I take on this beach is a testament to my journey, to the battles I've fought and the victories I've won. The ocean's vastness mirrors the endless possibilities that lie ahead, for the opportunity to rebuild my life on my own terms, to create a future that is defined by my choices, my dreams, and my aspirations. Building sandcastles with my children, playing with them, and walking confidently along the shore are not just activities. They are symbols of the life I am crafting, one filled with love, laughter, and endless possibilities. If you are in an abusive relationship, please know that you are not alone. There is help available. Reach out to friends, family, or organizations that can provide support. It is important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You deserve to live a life free from fear and filled with love and respect. You deserve to be safe, to be respected, to be loved. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who see your worth, and who support your journey towards healing and happiness. The relief and happiness you feel when you are surrounded by love and support are invaluable. Embrace these moments and let them guide you towards a brighter future. Reach out, break free, and reclaim your life. The journey may be challenging, but every step you take towards freedom is a step towards a brighter, more fulfilling future. Stand strong, hold your head high, and walk towards the sunrise with confidence and hope. Your new dawn is here, and with it comes the promise of a brighter, more beautiful future.